Hi everyone, welcome back onto the Dogwoods Flower Farm. We got a pretty easy day today. We're going to collect some cosmos seeds, then we're going to weed a very neglected flower bed. So be sure and hit that subscribe button and you can watch me as I work and transform this property. We're going to take advantage of the weather today. We're sitting at about 90 degrees with only about 65-70% humidity. So let me turn the camera around and let's get started.
All right, so before we get started pulling any weeds, I just want to show you where this flower bed is. It is on the south side of our property and it's right in front of the chicken garden. Here's the chicken garden. The other side over there is the chicken run. The chicken garden is a whole other project I'm working on. It's in the works and it'll be coming as soon as the weather cools down and we can really get in there and work on it. But before we weed this garden, let me just show you what kind of shape it's in. You can see there are horrible weeds. See, all of everything that's down there, that's all got to come out. Look at, here's a big giant guy here. Look at that. So, and especially the closer we get up here, closer to the house, you can see it's really bad. It's just been too hot. I never come around to this side, so it's really neglected. The other thing is I did not do the no-till method on this garden bed. The reason why is I'd like to scatter seeds, and I felt like if I laid that cardboard that the seeds just really wouldn't have an opportunity to come up the way I wanted them to. So I just did the mulch, and now, boy, am I really paying for it. So before we pull the weeds, let's save some of the cosmos seeds. Now it did just rain, so I'm going to have to just put these in a paper bowl and let them dry out, but I do want to get those cut. The one I will not be taking from, this one here, seems to have some kind of spider something, so I'm just going to cut that whole thing down. So let's get started collecting the seeds first. Before we start, I just have this simple pair of little clippers. I actually used to sell these in my store. I do have a brick and mortar, and there were 2 pairs of these left. I absolutely love them. They're great for doing just this or for cutting parsley and cilantro. So I love these. We're going to use these and just a simple paper bowl. And like I said, because it did just rain, we're going to have to let these dry out, but we just simply snip all of these off. It's really easy. Then what you're going to do is, here's your seeds right here, your cosmos seeds. But again, you know, I'm going to let them dry. I generally let them dry outside, and then because we're in a high humidity area, I will bring them inside and let them dry for a while. So let's go ahead and get all of these cut, and then we'll come back. So here is what we ended up with. There are several colors in here and a couple of different varieties. I didn't really take the time to separate them out because, like I said, I don't really care. This is a scatter garden, but we have got plenty here. Okay, so now the real work begins. We're going to get this flower bed cleaned out. I'm going to put some gloves on because I actually am one of those weird gardeners that really doesn't like to get their hands dirty. So here we go. Let's get started. A lot of these tree branches that are growing, so those we have to cut. I do have some stumps over there, but we got these to deal with as well. Okay, and then there's this. Please do not ever plant trumpet vine. I do believe it's the devil incarnate. Don't do it. Tulip bulb. Okay, so let's get a close-up of this. There it is, right there. That is stinging nettle. It only takes you one time to know what that looks like, and you'll never miss it again. Here's a little better close-up of it. You can see by the serrated edges, and I believe how we ended up with this stinging nettle is all of the mulch that you see is all just the natural mulch that we got for free from the marketplace. We got 12 cubic yards, which saved us a ton of money. But the unfortunate thing about something like that is you really don't know what you're going to get. And surprise, we got stinging nettles. All right, let's stand back and give it a look. 100 times better than what it was. And I found a missing tree that I was looking for. It was one that I had planted from the Arbor Day Foundation. Now I will say the only thing I don't like about it all cleaned out is it did kind of hide our things that we have happening in the chicken garden. So I'm gonna have to set that back up. Every time I set it down, we get a bit, or set it up, a wind comes through and knocks it down. But let me show you. Oh, and also these here that I pulled that had that spider mite, those will not be going in the compost. We're just gonna put those in a bag and throw them away. But if you look along the flower bed, looks pretty good. No more weeds. Doesn't really have a ton of flowers in it, but that's okay. We're gearing up for fall and we'll get some new things in. If you look in the back, you can see we're still working on the trenching, but let me show you what I found. This is the missing tree from the Arbor Day Foundation. So I knew I had planted 3 of them and I could not find that one anywhere. So I was very excited. So there's that one. This one is doing pretty good. It's actually put on quite a bit of growth. And then I found the other one, which I knew where it was, but it was very hidden. There's the third one. So the Arbor Day Foundation trees have just been so much fun. I really enjoyed them. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again tomorrow.